Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and welcome to another edition of the Massage Chair Industry Update for Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. Appreciate you joining me today. Uh, hey, this month, May of 2005, I started the Massage Chair Relief business as a website. And so we are celebrating our 20th anniversary, 20 years. And when I got in this business, back then there was not a ton of online presence in terms of websites, massage chair websites. There were a couple, and but those two have since gone by the wayside. I think one of them has been purchased by someone else and is run by someone else now. But really, it was there wasn't much in the way of massage chairs back in the day. There was online, of course. I mean, there were online, like Human Touch had an online presence. I think Panasonic was online, but the bottom line was there wasn't a lot, and now the landscape has changed dramatically. Back then, pretty much Human Touch was the only game in town. Panasonic was around. Inada had an office or a headquarters in New York, but they didn't really distribute their chairs much in the U.S. And that was pretty much it. And then came along Infinity, then came along Osaki, then came along. Well, Daiwa was always here. Daiwa has been here since I was here. Human Touch and Daiwa are both over 40 years old in the U.S., but Daiwa never distributed through regular retailers. They did it through trade shows and home shows and things like that. And then of course other companies came into play to sell chairs online. And now you've got a lot of online dealers that sell the cheaper chairs, the ones that you can't really find anywhere to try out, but they're kind of proliferating. You see a lot of them online. If you have done any searching for massage chairs online or talked about it near your phone, you're probably getting ads, especially the cheaper ads or the ads for the cheaper chairs that are like $2,500, 2,000, 2,800. And that's pretty cheap. Those are cheap chairs, not well made in poor factories, lifespan of maybe a year at most, and high failure rates and poor warranty support. But when I started back then, Human Touch had a chair that was $19.99, the old HT125, and I had one in my clinic. That's actually how I got interested in the massage chair industry, was by having a Human Touch HT125 in my clinic. But now you finding a 1999 chair with full function, full features, that's quality. They're unheard of. They're not there. There's a lot of cheaper chairs that you can get, but they're built in smaller factories, lesser quality. So we've seen this great shift in the market over time. More competitors, more chairs out there, higher end chairs, increased manufacturing costs, increased engineering budgets, increased quality control budgets. The industry has changed dramatically in the last 20 years, and I suspect it'll change even more now. Now we're starting to see some stores shutting down because the economy slowed down a little bit. Especially this year with the tariffs and I think since also the higher interest rates and all that sort of thing has affected the industry, and we're seeing doors closing and hearing about some that are struggling. So I've seen a lot change over the years, but I'm excited that I'm still here. And as you know, I've been here for all that time. And anyways, so we're excited to still be serving our customer base through selling chairs and providing massage, our lifetime labor warranty, et cetera, et cetera. But yes, it's wonderful. And we thank you for being a part of our growth and part of our business. Those of you that have purchased from us. We have started sending out or posting, I should say, not sending out, posting a lot of short videos for education purposes about massage chairs, about the massage chair industry. And so if you go on our Instagram, or any of our Instagram pages, our Google My Business pages, if you go to our my LinkedIn property, if you go to our YouTube channel, if you go to our Facebook page, TikTok. I mean, we're posting these videos everywhere, and they're shorts. They're anywhere from 55 seconds up to 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and they will educate you about massage chairs. So if you want to take a look at them, go check us out. One of the easiest places to go would be to go to youtube.com/massage chair relief, which is our YouTube channel. And there's shorts there, and you have our long videos there as well, like these ones. But we've been posting a lot on social media lately, and it's designed to give people nuggets of education, not nuggets of sales pitches, not nuggets of talking about particular chairs, even though we do discuss some chairs, but more or less discussing about the industry and things to be aware of, things that you should know before you buy a chair, things that you should be aware of, buyer beware stuff. But the social media is full of that stuff, and I've enjoyed recording them. And we have a company that kind of edits them and makes them look pretty and fancy to some degree. But the information is solid gold, and that's also a place where you can go to any of our social media platforms and share our videos, like those short 1 to 2 minute videos with your friends and family, if you want to show them or teach them about something about massage chairs or about what they should be aware of, whatever. It's good fodder for sharing. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the new Osaki DuoMax SE. The DuoMax is a popular chair for Osaki and for us. We like the chair a lot. It's a very strong massage chair. It's a split track chair. Has I believe it has 10 rollers, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. But they've come out now. It has arm rollers, and the arm rollers are very strong. And they call them piano key rollers. And I've talked about that in the past. And they're like 3 piano keys that are going up and down your arm. And for some people, it's too strong. Well, the new DuoMax SE has come out with the ability to turn off you can turn that feature off. So, because some people love the chair, but they can't handle the arm massage. And so now you can turn that off on the DuoMax SE. So for those of you that like the DuoMax but didn't want to get it because it was crushing your arms, check out the DuoMax SE. It also has waist or lumbar airbags, whereas the original DuoMax doesn't have it. It has an extra back pad. I told you it's a strong massage chair, and they're throwing in an optional additional back pad. And you also, the DuoMax has a shawl that goes, or they call it a shawl, but it's like a U-shaped pad or shawl, I guess, that goes around your shoulders and provides heat for the front of your chest and your abdomen. And now they have taken that out of the SE and moved it inside the chair, so to speak. And now it's a heating pad inside the chair for your back. But that's the DuoMax SE. I thought I'd mention it because it is a popular chair, and the new model has come out. Now it's priced $1,000 higher, but it does have some additional features that some people really care about. It also has an upgrade to the AI health sensor thing. And I've talked in the past about AI and how I feel about AI. I think it's a real stretch to call some of the things AI in massage chairs, but it's the health sensor, and they've upgraded that with some more colorful displays and some more sensitive sensors from what I've been told. So anyways, just so that you're aware of that. Also, I wanted to say that actually, maybe I'll save this for the last as kind of my buyer beware tip. But True Chairs, TRU, True Chairs did a major shift in their business model. Now, we've been carrying True Chairs ever since we opened our Bay Area store in 2022, and they have good models. They're good models made in good factories. But all of a sudden, I received an email from them saying that we are dropping our cost on our chairs and the prices on our chairs substantially. And now they only come with 1 year parts coverage. And to me, I thought, they must be going out of business. They're just trying to unload inventory. Well, I called Christy over there, and I've done an interview with Christy. She was on one of our live interviews, our Massage Chair Relief live sessions, and they're based out of Georgia. But she has said that the reason they're doing it is not because they're going out of business, is because they are competing in their area with some other online chair distributors. And I've talked about this. There's, like I just mentioned earlier in this broadcast, there's cheaper chairs that nobody can ever try out, because unless you fly to Georgia and go to their warehouse, they don't have, or some of these other chairs that I've talked about, the $2,800 chairs, you can't find them anywhere to try them out. So you buy it, and then you have to return it if you don't like it. And returning a chair is a hassle. Not as much for our customers, because we pay for the return shipping, and there's no cost to you other than just having to get the chair packed in the box again, and that's a hassle for everybody. But anyways, they dropped their prices because they felt like they were competing more against these companies that I told you about, these people that have these chairs they import from China from smaller factories, and they charge less. Well, and they decided they're going to change their business model to compete with that. And so we've dropped the prices substantially. Like I think their Eclipse, their true 4D Eclipse Plus is like 11 grand. And they have dropped the pricing down ridiculously to, I think, $59.99, something like that. And these are not just chairs that are made in cheap factories. These are made in good factories. And that's something I always vet when we start a new chair, either a new line or new models. I want to know, where is that chair built? Because we have had bad experiences in the past with low price chairs. And these are from some of our reputable suppliers that are made in bad factories, or I don't want to say bad, just not great factories, low quality factories. And so her chairs are Christy Kim, who runs the show with her brother Andrew. They make good chairs, and they used to have 1 year labor and 3 years parts. Well, now it's just 1 year parts, and so they'll send out the parts to you, and they'll coach you on what you need to fix the chair. But the pricing is fantastic. By the way, 1 year parts, that's pretty standard for a lot of these cheap online dealers, and if they even have parts available. But Christy's not. Christy comes from her history in massage chairs is higher end retail, and so that's what she wanted to originally sell. But now she's pricing these for quite a bit lower to unload inventory, and in her mind to compete with these cheaper chairs, even though her chairs are not, they're made in good factories. They're not considered cheap chairs. They're good chairs. We have them in our showrooms. But anyways, I thought I'd mention that to you because, we sell them, and they are good chairs. If you're looking for a good deal and you want a chair under $6 grand, we have the Symphony, the Iconic, and the Eclipse Plus in most of our showrooms. And they're good chairs, quality chairs. But and made in good factories, so they are worth more than that. But she's dropped her price down so much, and there's not a lot of profit margin in it for us either. But she's dropped it down so much because they've backed up their inventory, and they want to move some chairs. So I might put that bug in your ear. You might be concerned that they don't have any labor coverage, that it's only parts for 1 year, but we do have lifetime labor warranty, and we will still continue to offer that on their chairs. So if you buy a chair from us, you'll also get the lifetime labor warranty. But anyways, can you see what I said? Like, if this goes along with what I said earlier, things are shifting and changing in the industry. They have been changing, but we're seeing changes now with stores shutting down, with True Chairs changing their price, dropping their prices dramatically, but also dropping their service. And so there is a lot of things going on in the industry. And for some of you, this could turn out to be something that you can take advantage of. But anyway, something to think about. Now, return policy. Oh my goodness. There are so many online dealers out there that are pushing chairs, and there some of them are pushing them for the reputable companies like Infinity or Daiwa or Osaki or Human Touch. But there are still things that are within their control, like if they want to. If they have a return policy. Some of them don't even have return policies, if you can believe that. They might have an exchange policy, but they actually get you to sign a waiver, or some companies sign a waiver that you can't return the chair. You can just exchange it. But anyways, where was I going with that? So return policies, I checked out one of our online competitors, and he said, or in his website, it said, yeah, we do returns. It's 30, you got 30 days to return, but there will be cost associated with that. That was pretty much all he said, was it'll cost, but no idea of how much it's going to cost you. If you're going to get dinged for restocking fee or return shipping, or getting billed for the original shipping that was originally free, or if you're going to pay credit card fees, whatever, you don't know. So when you are looking for a chair, and I've said this ad nauseum, if this is your first time watching this video, this will be the beginning of the ad nauseum for you. But know what the return policy is. Know it. First of all, can you return it? Second of all, is it what are the dates of the return? Is it from the day it ships or the day it reaches your house? Does it end at the day that you return the chair, or the day that you call them to get a return number, authorization number? Does it cover? Do you have to pay for return shipping? Do you have to pack up the chair? And pretty much everybody does. Do you have to pay for the return shipping? Do you get back billed for the original shipping? Do you have to set up the shipping, or do they do it for you? Do you have to? Do you get billed for credit card fees or financing merchant fees, which are charged to the retailer when they use when you pay for your product with a credit card or financing, the retailer gets charged a processing fee, and anyways, that's a whole other topic. But are you going to be charged those? Are you going to be back billed those? Are you going to be is your return going to be refused because you didn't have it in the original box? Is it going to be refused because the chair doesn't look brand new anymore because you used it all the time? So one of the return, I've seen this a number of times, a return policy that says the chair must be new and unused. Okay, so buy a chair from us. Don't use it if you think you're going to return it. and then let us know and send it back. But if you used it, we'll know. They can check the hours or whatever on it. But anyways, they're just ridiculous return policies. But they have return policies because they want to give you some peace of mind. But I'll tell you what, that peace of mind is out the window when you call them and say, "Hey, I'd like to return my chair." "Oh, okay, no problem." "Well, that's going to cost this many dollars. And by the way, it's over 30 days, so you're late." Most return policies are 30 days. Ours is 90, but most of them are 30. But, and you're going to have to pay for the return shipping. "And do you have the original box?" "Okay, no." "Well, we're going to," and I understand this because it costs more to return freight when you don't have the boxes. So there's all these things. So all of a sudden your peace of mind is a piece of crap because now you have to pay all this money and it's a hassle. And then they'll deduct all that from your return. Or your refund. So anyways, be aware of the return policies. And again, for those of you that are new to this video or to my spiel, this is the beginning of ad nauseum. You'll hear this from me again. Now, someone asked me, and I appreciate people asking me because sometimes I don't know exactly what content to put on when it comes to comparing chairs. But someone asked, because I've talked about the Duomax, I've talked about the Decor, I've talked about the Luraco. I think I talked about the Human Touch. I can't remember, but someone asked me, could you please compare the Decor 2 to the Luraco i9 Plus or Max Plus SE, the special edition, and we have both those chairs in all of our showrooms. Well, let me go over some brief things that you need to know, and then I'll give you my feedback on it at the end. My own personal opinion of the two chairs. The Decor 2 chair is a Japanese-made chair, and it has U.S. sourced oak armrests and side panels. And it's a very nice chair, nice looking chair. It's probably the most aesthetically appealing chair of any chair we carry. That is a full function massage chair. Luraco is made in America. Their factory and warehouse is in Carrollton, which is just a part of a suburb of Dallas. And I've been there a number of times. It's a great company, good chairs, but they kind of build their own chairs with, they're American made because the majority of the chair is done in the United States with various components, lesser components imported from other countries like Malaysia, Taiwan, and Singapore. But, and that also applies to Decor 2, with the made in Japan thing. I mean, it's made in Japan, but it's a global economy. They get parts from different parts of the world, but the majority of the chair is built, manufactured, and assembled in those countries. Japan or America. The Luraco chair has leather upholstery as opposed to vinyl on the Decor or synthetic leather, and the real U.S. sourced oak side panels and armrests. And also the warranty on the leather from Luraco is 10 years. And I'm telling you what, I don't think I've ever seen a chair that has a warranty on the upholstery, because a lot of the parts uh, the parts warranty coverage excludes the upholstery, because the upholstery can wear out, it can get torn, it can get after 3, 4, 5 years, sometimes these things, and I talked about this too, the material degenerates and it shreds and it's ugly, and they don't replace that. Companies won't replace that. But anyways, Luraco has a 10-year warranty on leather upholstery, and that's pretty awesome. Also, the Luraco chair is a split track chair. Now they've got these new split flex tracks that I've talked to you about. It's an SL track divided in 2 pieces, one piece for the lower back, the other piece for the middle and upper back and the neck. And they each have their own sets of rollers. Like the Luraco has 4 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and they go up and down your back. It's kind of like having 2 different massage therapists working on your back. But so that split track is something that's unique. It's a unique feature that not every chair has, and the Decor 2 does not have that. As a matter of fact, none of the Japanese chairs have that. The true made in Japan Japanese chairs don't have that. Also, the thing that's unique about the rollers, well, and by the way, the roller mechanism for the Luraco, it's 2 on the top. So you'll have 2 rollers. So it'll hit the neck a little bit stronger than 4 rollers, where the force or the massage energy coming from the massage arm is dispersed through 4 heads or 2. When it's 2, it's more focalized, so that can dig into your neck a little bit better. But what the Decor has is they have a whole new massage mechanism. I did a video on it. It should be on our YouTube channel, but it has 10 rollers on that mechanism. And it's kind of crazy. And the upper 2 rollers are corrugated like pumpkin, like miniature Thanksgiving pumpkins, decorative pumpkins. And it kind of digs into you better when it's working on your shoulders and in your also in the low back. But it has a whole different massage mechanism. It's not a split track, so it's only one roller mechanism that goes up and down the SNL track. But a pretty cool feature. And you can watch the video if you want to see it close up. Let's see what else we got. The calf airbags. So they both have calf airbags, but the calf airbags in the Decor 2 rub your calves. That's called kneading or oscillating. Not many chairs have that. Relatively speaking, not many have that. The Decor has 13 programs. The Luraco has 9. The Luraco has a wireless remote, and it kind of operates like a smartphone. That's what it was originally intended to look like and feel like. So you've got these icons on the remote. But it's now wireless on the i9s, and you get that smartphone feel. And you know what Luraco has, which is kind of cool. Okay, imagine this: you're in your massage chair, and there's a storm outside, and the power goes off in your house, and you're leaning back, zero gravity on your massage chair, and you're stuck. You're in there. That can be a bit of a problem, and it doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes you need help getting out of the chair. It happened to me once, and I literally had to crawl out of the chair. Well, what Luraco did was they created a backup battery. So if the power goes out, it's almost like having a backup generator, but the battery will power the chair to come back up again. That's pretty cool, because again, this doesn't happen. It's not common that you get an electric storm in the very instant you're sitting in a massage chair. And but anyways, the backup battery is pretty cool idea, really, when you think about it. I like it. All right, now, the Luraco also comes with a blood pressure cuff that plugs into the chair, and you can use the blood pressure cuff while you're using the chair. And by the way, as you may or may not know from the studies that have been done on the massage chairs by Dr. Olpin and Weber State College in Utah, and which I've talked about ad nauseum in the past, they have shown that massage chairs do lower blood pressure, and you can actually record that while you're sitting in your massage chair. And the Luraco can handle people up to 6'10", 4'7", up to 6'10". That's huge. That's tall. Now, it's not the widest chair, so if you're it can handle up to 300 pounds, but it's not you don't need a really wide chair to handle that, but it's tall. And the Decor goes from 5'1" or 5 feet up to 6. I think 6'1". Is it 6'1" or 6'3"? But it's definitely 6'1". It doesn't go as high up the neck as the Luraco does. Let's see what else we got. We've got the height. Oh, the reclining angle on the Decor is 145 degrees. So how far the chair reclines. The Luraco, because it's a split track, now the chair has that split upper and lower portion of the roller mechanism or the roller track. It can split in half and it can recline to 170 degrees. So the stretch on the Luraco is stronger than on the Decor. Now the Decor still has a stretch and it's a good stretch, but it's a different type of stretch. It's not as much a full body extension stretch. It's more of a hip distraction stretch, but that is something that's different on the difference between the Luraco and the Decor. And so I would say the stretch is better. I would say the low back. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. The warranty. Oh, by the way, it's 6.2, not 6.1. So the Decor can handle up to 6.2. The warranty on the chairs on the Luraco, it's 3 years labor, 5 years parts. On the Japanese made Decor 2, it's 5 years labor, 5 years parts. That's a fantastic warranty. And Fujiorki, which is the company that distributes Decor, they typically have 5-year warranties on their their premium chairs. The Decor 2 has, by the way, all the airbags I talked about the kneading airbags that they have in the calves. All their airbags need, all of them do. So the elbow has airbags that kind of rub your elbow. The arm airbags rub your arm. And by the way, they both have arm rollers. They both have arm rollers, which is pretty cool. You don't, as rare as kneading calf airbags are, arm rollers are even more rare. And so they both have them. But the airbags on the Decor, all of the airbags do some kneading, some motion. So it's not just compression, it's kneading to increase blood flow. Pretty cool idea. They're both open-toed chairs, which means that your toes are not enclosed in the foot massager. And if you're handling people that are up to 6'10", you better bloody well not have enclosed toes, because if you're 6'10", I'll bet you your feet are at least size 13 or maybe bigger. And those closed toe chairs do not handle tall people with big feet very well. And even if you're like 6'1" or 6'2", which is fairly average for most massage chairs, you might have, abnormally large feet, kind of like I have abnormally short hobbit feet, as my wife calls them. 8.5 feet, 8.5 size with wide feet. Yeah, I'm like a hobbit. But anyways, where was I going with that? But anyways, the closed-toed male massage chairs are not great for people with long feet, and neither of these models have that to worry about. So you don't have to deal with that. But anyways, that's pretty much. I'm just looking over my notes. That's pretty much it. Luraco does come with a little customization where they imprint your name or whatever you want on a leather tag that's on the headpiece, and they also the display of the remote control, the display screen has your name on it, and that's something they offer as part of the cost of the chair. Anyways, I hope you found that helpful, that comparison. If any of you have a request for any other kind of a comparison between two models that I'm familiar with. Now, these are chairs that we have in our showrooms that I'm familiar with. There's hundreds of, I think it's safe to say hundreds of chairs out there, and many of them are from companies we don't even represent. But I can certainly give you my 2 bits worth on the chairs that we carry. Now, and lastly, what I want to talk about is, okay, so I remember when I first started in this business, I remember seeing chairs being advertised, and according to the people that were marketing the chair, everybody was happy. Everybody had a 5 out of 5 review. Everybody fit in the chair. Everybody loved the chair. It worked. It was like a Swiss Army knife chair that catered to everyone. What we call one size fits all. And when I learned early on in this industry, when you hear that, do not buy that chair without trying it, because there's no one chair that is perfect. There's no one chair that fits everyone. Well, it might fit everyone. Like I'm 5'8.5", 5'9". I'll fit in that 6'10" Luraco, but is it going to give me the best massage? Is it going to fit my body right? Are my legs going to feel comfortable? Are the rollers too strong for me? Are they too weak for me? There's so many factors that come into play. Will the arms massage? Do they massage my hands that I want massage, or will it only go up to the top of my or the bottom of my forearm? Will the are the feet too strong? Are the rollers crushing my feet? So will it even reach the top of my neck? Like if you're like 6'1" and the chair is built for people that are under 6 feet, you're going to be left wanting because the rollers are not going to hit the top of your neck at the base of your skull. So there is no one size fitting all. There isn't. Every chair is different to every body. I know this because we have anywhere from 14 to 20 massage chairs in our showrooms, in each showroom. And everybody that comes in there, very few say, I like that chair, I like that chair, I like that chair. But the critical thinkers and the discriminating buyer, they will say, yeah, I like that chair, but you know what? I don't like the foot roller. You know what? I felt like the airbags weren't grabbing my feet strong enough. So when I went into the stretch, my foot was coming out. Or, you know what? My knees are too high on this. I'm 6'3", and the leg rest is built for someone who's under 6 feet. My knees are almost up like I'm in an MG. So you've got these. There's no chair that caters to everyone. Please believe me. So if you see something advertised online and there's no way you can try them because they're only sold online and the price is so cool and so cheap, you can't, it's like buying a Yugo or one of those little smart cars that are just tiny little things that do have some nice features, or features enough to drive, but that's about it. There's not much more that you can do with them or get in them, but the chairs are much the same way. You got cheap chairs that are made in cheap factories with cheap components with little to no quality control testing. And there are plenty of those chairs out there. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I get hit up by Chinese factories all the time to promote their chairs. And I've never even heard of them. And I haven't heard of most of them. And even if I heard of them, I probably wouldn't recognize the name if I heard it a second time. But there's so many factories out there, hundreds of them, and they are all trying to sell their chairs, especially with the economy as tough as it is. So a lot of these cheap chairs are coming out, and you're going to see more and more of them. But buyer beware. They're not all going to fit. They're going to crap out on you probably within a year. And if they do crap out, the customer support will probably be negligible, if not non-existent. But anyways, not non-existent. If not non-existent. Yeah, well, whatever. Sorry, but you know what I'm saying. So anyways, I just want to leave that as my parting shot because there's not one chair that fits all. And all the reviews are awesome. The videos, oh, this is the best thing. And you know what? For some people, that's exactly true, but not everybody. Not everybody. Of course, you don't hear the negative ads, do you? Or the negative reviews, do you? They get screened out. They shouldn't be. They should not have to be screened out. But there's a lot of people that are unhappy. Anyways, that's a whole other topic. But I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us, and share this video and any of our videos with your friends and family on your social media platforms. But I am Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I'm going to see you in 2 more weeks, give or take a few days, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.